Alright, let's begin. So, I'm doing the stupid challenge run again, and it is stupid. And for anyone who didn't watch the stupid first video, I can explain. So, I got myself a bunch of weird, gimmicky Pokemon in Moemon Emerald, and I'm gonna beat the game. And Jirachi isn't exactly a gimmick, but I decided to make it an HM slave with everything you actually need to progress. So yeah, that's why Jirachi's here, but in the first video I realized I forgot a gimmick Pokemon in Helen. And since I'm not going to train Jirachi at all, I can replace Jirachi right now. So let's do that. No wait, I need to do move, because, wait, what? Okay, I guess I messed up. Oh well, the plot demands that you get that Pokemon anyway, so I'll get it eventually. Just 7 gyms from now. No wait, 6. I don't know. I don't remember what gym Winona is. The 7th, the 6th, I think Mosty is the 7th, right? So that would make Fortree the 6th. And it does a lot when Spinda is the most viable member of your party. Because I can grind the others up to level 10. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's switch. No, I don't want to see your summary. I know your ass. Get in front. Stupid being. You fool. Because I can grind the others up to level 10. Unknown is such a stupid, unnecessary Pokemon. But it exists. And it's gonna get its ass kicked by a level 4 Wormhole, is my guess. And that's also why it's named Why. As in, why am I doing this? Why am I subjecting myself? Of course. It's not very... This is infuriating. And I hope Unknown doesn't freaking get fainted by a stupid lolly Wormhole. Because that's what it's looking like it's gonna be. Should probably turn battle animations off or up the text speed, because the text speed is irritating me. Okay, okay, that was worth my time. Please be. Okay, I can't exactly know what type Unknown's hidden power is, so... It does regular damage, so... It means it's not fighting type, so let me get on my handy-dandy notebook and scratch off fighting type. Not that it matters, because I don't have a notebook anywhere near me, but I know enough to say it's not fighting type, because that's the only thing that's super effective. And we can also cross off it being ghost type, I think, because then it wouldn't even affect Zigzagoon. So, those are 2 important things to learn about Unknowns. Is what type it is, and what type its hidden power is, I mean. So, yeah, I probably should have upped the text speed. This is really wasting my time. But oh well. Option, there we go. Text speed, fast, battles. Yeah. I mean, I want to turn on set, but that's just gonna... Does this do anything on GBA games? Does it really? I don't think that affects anything. Frame, sure, I'll give myself a cool frame. That one's neat. Most of them are weird. That one's kinda cute. Oh, I like that one. Let's go with the bubbly clouds. Actually, it kind of looks like Colgate. Whatever. It might look stupid. And, yeah, I did everything in this. I like to do stupid challenge runs instead of randomizers, because randomizers are kind of... I mean, they're interesting, but they're not that cool. What is this? A potion? Cool. I might use that, because... unlike the person who inspired me to do a stupid challenge run, Casper, I do use items in battle, because I'm not an insane person. Let's see if I can beat a level 4. If it's psychic, it won't affect it. Okay, so it's not psychic type, and it's also not fighting or bug type. Wow, I'm actually getting a lot of deciphering done, just... although, wait. The fact that it wasn't very effective against Wurmple... let me check Wurmple's Pokédex, because I can't remember if Wurmple is pure bug or bug poison. Oh. Crap. That's right, you have to catch it. I'm not catching it, so... whether it's bug poison or pure bug changes the possibility of its type. I could also use my save editor that I used to get myself these shit Pokemon. Again, to just look at the hidden power type, because it can tell you that, but why would I do that? Imagine if it's ice. That would be garbage, because the only person who actually uses dragon types is... Drake, maybe? I don't know. Oh, that's right. I need to do the Wally thing. Yep. Come on, Wally. Rub it in my face that you're gonna catch a better Pokemon. It's gonna be so cool. Thanks. Thanks, Epic Gamer. Truly epic. Very cool. Come on. Yeah, I totally need a tutorial to catch Pokemon, even though I'm not gonna catch anything. Except a Kecleon, because that's also a gimmick, and I messed up editing the save file, and it didn't end up in my box, so... although I'm glad it didn't crash the game, so that's good. Yeah, thanks. I would fast forward through this, but that would be lame. And I'm not a lame guy. I'm a very cool dude. And by cool, I mean I'm too lazy to actually bother doing that. Yeah, Zigzagoon always attacks twice. And, interesting fact, if the Ralts randomly generated has low IVs, and the Zigzagoon has like high to perfect IVs, you can accidentally kill the level 5 Ralts in the cutscene, and what would be even funnier than just the Ralts dying is the fact that the Ralts could be shiny, meaning that if it was a low IV shiny Ralts and a high IV Zigzagoon, it could kill the low IV Ralts, which would be hilarious. Because not only do you watch a shiny die, it's the starter of Wally. Yeah, I don't care. I know that there's a stupid rock-type gym, but I'm gonna have to grind to like level 20 with any of my Pokemon because I'm not gonna use Jirachi. I'm not gonna cheese it with Jirachi, sir. Battle Frontier, man. I know. You are annoying me. You are annoying. I don't want you. Go away. You're wasting my time. Thanks. This one is gonna be the hardest to use. I don't think there are any actual worthwhile moves to get here. And I don't want to waste grinding it up 6 levels to get another move. And I'm not freaking Casperian, I don't have an eidetic memory of every Pokemon game, so I don't freaking know which Pokemon and which trainer has which moves. And no one's gonna comment it for me. Jirachi is Jirachi. Ditto is Ditto. It can only learn Transform, so I don't have to worry about its learn set. So that's a good thing. Shuckle has a really good TM learn set. Actually, now that I think about it, okay, so Unknown can't learn TMs, meaning its entire moveset is that. Shuckle has a good TM learn set. Ditto doesn't have a learn set, but it can use any move. Doesn't have a learn set, but it can use any move. I'm pretty sure its moveset is okay. And Jirachi's learn set doesn't matter. Kecleon, if I catch one, I'll spend the time to breed it with the Ditto to get a level 1. So I can manipulate its moves. I'm probably not going to be able to use any TMs on it because I'll be spending those all in Shuckle. Because I have played with Shuckle before in Crystal Clear. And Crystal Clear is such a fun ROM hack with Pokemon Crystal. You can have your starter be a Shuckle, which is incredible. Actually, it's a pretty big hint that Wurmple, which I think is just a bug type? Yeah, I think the bug poison is Dustox. I think Wurmple is pure bug. That Wurmple, that it's not super effective, because there's not a lot of types that aren't super effective against bug. I think. Yeah. Fairly certain. This is gonna be a lot of wasted time. Just on Y. Because Y is difficult to grind up. Shuckle isn't hard. It's not hard to grind up a Shuckle. It's time consuming, but this one has probably horrible... I'm gonna guess that in randomly generating all of my party members, there's not a single one that has a perfect 31 in anything. And that's a good thing, because it would be pretty easy to cheese this challenge by using a perfect Spinda. Because Spinda does have a good learn set, it's probably the most viable. And its gimmick is specifically graphical, so it doesn't really affect stats. Shuckle's gimmick is that it has the highest defense, that's why it's here. And yeah, I mean, I could have technically argued that Slackaw is a gimmick because of its ability, but then I could also argue, if I were doing this in Platinum, that Regigigas is a gimmick. And I don't agree with doing that. Other gimmick Pokemon, if I ever did this in other games, which those other games don't exist, I wish Moemon Black and White existed. Zorua and Zoroark have a pretty strong gimmick. You know, it might actually behoove me to invest in a notebook to write down every single type that Unknown's hidden power is super effective against. Because that would actually be useful information, because if it's, like, if Unknown's hidden power is ground, and that means I could use it in Watson's gym, because Magnemite doesn't have the ability to levitate that commonly in Gen 3. It's not like Gen 4 where they went crazy with the ability to levitate. I mean, I don't mind the ability to levitate. It's really overpowered, and it allows Pokemon like Bronzong to actually be useful, specifically only in Gen 4, because Bronzong... I genuinely like Bronzong and Bronzor. That's why I did, at one point, on my original Diamond cartridge, hunt for a shiny one. The only problem is that everyone likes Metagross, so they buff Metagross. And so Metagross just has super high attack. But honestly, I think the weaker ones, because Metagross was already pretty good. Bronzong isn't horrible, it's fairly decent, like, it has a good learn set and everything, but, how do I put this? It's more defensive than Metagross, but it's not as defensive as to the extent of Metagross is defensive. I don't even think it's not as defensive as Aggron. It might be more defensive than regular. It's definitely not as defensive as Mega Aggron, because Mega Aggron is literally tied in defensiveness with Shuckle. That's kind of a disgrace to Mega Aggron and Shuckle, because I want Shuckle to get a Mega, even though Megas are never going to happen ever again. I would love a Mega Shuckle to have a ton of defense, and then a new ability that really abuses the defense, like immune to all chip damage or something. So you actually have to, like, I think Shuckle even has a super high special defense. I can check stats, because most of these Pokemon have super bad stats, so Shuckle's defense should stick out like a sore thumb. Let me check. Summary. Okay, special attack, special defense. They're both above 10, 14, and 12. Alright, I don't care about that. Special defense and defense are 11 and 12. And then Shuckle's 37 and 37. That's pretty good. It has the highest special defense and defense in the game, and honestly, I would love for it to where if Shuckle ever got a Mega or an Evolution, which neither of those are probably ever going to happen, for it to get more HP bulky and more defensive. If it's a Mega, it won't get more HP bulky, but with an Evolution, if it could get more HP bulky and more defensive, while getting an ability like, I don't know what I'd call the ability, but basically an ability that made it immune to chip damage, to where every other Pokemon would just have to, like, actually beat it up. Like, Shuckle could get poisoned, but it wouldn't take damage. And it could, Sandstorm wouldn't affect it anyway, but Hail would not work. Yeah, like, something like that makes it obnoxious, but not good, because Shuckle's learn set, even with TMs, is complete garbage. There are barely any good moves for it to have an offensive or even support position. Like, it can learn decent offensive moves, but it won't work with a support. It won't be good as an offensive, or even... it'll be good as a wall, but the problem is, walls are only really good in doubles, when the wall can sort of back itself up, and then the second one can sweep your team, essentially, because your wall is impenetrable. And Shuckle, if it got a Mega or an Evolution, that wall would be pretty difficult, especially if it was immune to chip damage, like poisoning, well, it is immune to sandstorms already, burns. Shuckle's pretty decent, actually. Shuckle is probably the second... Oh. Okay, that's good info. It is super effective against water types. So, let's see. That means it's either electric, so we can figure that out by Wallace's Gym, or simply encountering a ground type, which I don't know if we can encounter any ground types around here. So yeah, that either means we can confirm whether it's electric or grass, because I think those are the only weaknesses of the water type. I can Google it. Yeah, water's only weak to grass and electric. So, yeah, that means... Oh, I know. Wurmple resisted it because grass is not... Because bug resists grass. Right? If bug resists grass, then that means it's grass. I mean, it's not horrible, there are a ton of water types, but it's not optimal, because electric is just genuinely better in every scenario, because tons of things resist grass and electric. But it's not like I have to worry about type weaknesses, I only have to worry about dark and ghost, and bug, never forget bug. I only have to worry about those with unknown. None of unknown's resistances or strengths as a type even matter. Unknown was in Gen 1. I'd like to think that people would have used it as an argument for saying psychic type isn't broken because unknown is and always will be complete and utter garbage. Tap dancing. Okay, what level is unknown? Level 7? Let's go challenge this trainer. Yeah, you're not a trainer, I know. There we go. Let's challenge this trainer. See if it's worthwhile. Might be. If unknown faints. Sorry, its name is Y. Ellipses. That doesn't mean shit. Hidden power is a special move, or I don't know. This is before the physical special split, isn't it? Crap. But type? Hidden power is stated as normal type, but it can be any type. No, I won't change, hello C-Dot. When I first played this stupid ROM hack, I got a C-Dot that learned only Bide. That was annoying. I hate it. Yep, it's definitely grass type. It's resisting. I mean, grass has more strengths than electric, actually. Just means I don't have anything that'll be super effective against flying, meaning I can't sweep Winona's chip. But flying isn't exactly a super strong type anyway. Let me guess. I'm gonna use all of my PP for this move, and it's gonna come down to struggling, isn't it? That'll be stupid. But it can happen. Oh, I might not run out of PP. Come on, Y. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, one more hit. Oh. Bide? Too bad you're dead. Yeah, using Bide really helped you. Okay. I did have a problem that required me to edit the save, and that is the game thought they were all traded, so as soon as one of them became level 11, the game freaked out, and because they didn't even have an original trainer, so yeah. So I had to fix that by importing the original trainer to be me. It also means if they reach level 11, they won't immediately stop obeying me, which is a good thing. I really don't get that. Like, yeah, you could use a level 100 to sweep the game. Sure. But why have the starting thing be level 10 when you can easily be level 16 by the time you get to the first gym in almost every Pokemon game? Except, no, even Gen 1, you're easily over level 10. You can have a level 100 Pokemon in Gen 1 before the first gym. And not from ridiculous grinding. Although everyone probably does know about that glitch at this point in time, I still find Gen 1's screwy glitches to be entertaining. Like, hilariously entertaining. It's just such a broken game. So broken, and yet I can actually find enjoyment out of it. And I cannot find enjoyment out of a relatively non-broken game of Smash Bros. Melee, just because I prefer to play games that aren't wave dashing. That's just my preference, and I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever, I don't care. My favorite Smash game is probably Ultimate, and that's just because the cast of characters is great, and also Dragon Quest is in it, and I like Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is a good game. Good game. I recently bought Dragon Quest VIII used from a game store for like $10. Not the original DQ8. It's the 3DS remake, though. It's still worth it. I mean, I also scored Etrian Mystery Dungeon for $8. My one qualm is that all the regular DS games they had were literal garbage, except for they had Pokemon Ranger, which I didn't buy because it's used, meaning the Manaphy egg isn't going to be available. That might sound shallow, but it's used. The Manaphy egg isn't going to be available, and that's all I'd want it for, is to get the Manaphy egg. I mean, it might be a good game, but all I know is that you get the Manaphy egg from Pokemon Ranger, and I know that it's only once per cartridge of game, and I don't want to get freaking scammed. Even though it's only $8, I feel paying $8 for something that's literally outlived its purpose would be foolish. Jeez, I guess I underestimated you. Why? You're pulling your weight at level 8. That's pretty good. What else did I buy a couple of days ago? Got a haircut. That's not really something I bought. No, something I legitimately did buy was Etrian Odyssey is a series by Atlas, and then an actual RPG by Atlas. I think it's called Radiant Historia or something. I bought that for the 3DS for $30, so I paid like $40 that day. It's good. I got a Dragon Quest game, Etrian Odyssey game, which are very difficult to find, and I no longer, I really want to get Nexus, because I haven't played Etrian Odyssey in a while, and I want to see, like, the main series. Mystery Dungeon, Etrian Mystery Dungeon is really fun. I like the Mystery Dungeon games, and it's cool that it's kind of like Etrian Odyssey, but not exactly the same. But I just want Etrian Odyssey Nexus, because it is an Etrian Odyssey game. Oh look, it's a superior Psychic-type Pokemon. A superior early game Psychic-type Pokemon. Actually, it's unknown early game. I can't remember how early you can get to the Ruins of Alph in Gen 2. I know that it's mid-game in Gen 4, in, whatever the ruins in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are called. Not the ones you get Giratina in Diamond and Pearl, the ruins near, that one town, the one specific town with the tall grass. Not the regular tall grass, but like the tall grass that you can't ride a bike through. It's that one specific town. That's exactly... It's like right next to where the Psyduck block off in Gen 4 too. God, that Psyduck blockade was stupid. But it's not as dumb as a major design flaw, which is Lava Ridge. Because other than Lava Ridge, the game is pretty good at not having bad barriers in the way. If it were up to me, I would have it to where Lava Ridge is when you get strength, and there was like a boulder in the way that you could easily push out of the way with strength. Because then there's not the problem of the ledge. And while yeah, you never technically need to go back to Lava Ridge, it is a pain if you're going back to get a Pokemon that can only be found directly next to Lava Ridge, which is Spoink! Because the fastest way to get to that area would... without Fly, of course. Because with Fly, makes all this obsolete. But without Fly, the fastest way to get to Spoink means you have to go up the lift, the ski lift, down the mountain, and then you can get Spoink. But and that's really out of the way if you're anywhere without Fly. But if you have Fly, you can just fly straight to it, and as long as you have the Acrobite, you can just, you know, hop up the mountain, get Spoink, go back down, go back to, I don't remember what it's called, Mawville? That's right, Mawville. But yeah, that's a design flaw, the blockade of Lava Ridge from Mawville, because it's a ledge, which you can't go back up. I would like if it was designed as a boulder, you could move out of the way, like, you push it, but typically strength boulders aren't found. Actually, I can't think of a single time strength boulders are not in a cave, or in a gym. They're never directly on the overworld, if my mind serves me correctly. No, wait, they are, in their worst form. Because I really like the circular boulders, I do not like the 3D game, and starting with Gen 5, the square, big blocks, I don't like that. I just like the regular boulders because you can design a better puzzle around something that takes up more tile. And it can have more room for error because the puzzle will reset than a huge tile. Like, that's why I don't really like the puzzle, the trick house in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Gotta go. See you later, gamers. Bye, gamers. Truly a farewell. Bye.